Well, hello guys. How's everyone? Trust everyone's good. Really happy to be here with you tonight or today or this morning. It's different people all over the world, different timings, right? So we're really happy to come to you on this program, Daniel's 8 Family. Except as you can see, it's just the two of us this time. And we did ask you, we said it was a couples Q&A. Yeah, couples Q&A, question and answer. And that's just the two of us as a couple. So wherever you ask us questions, a lot of people want to know a lot of different stuff about us. So we thought, you know what? Get the kids away, just the two of us. Let's go and let's answer all these questions that everyone wants to know about. So we're gonna fire away. We've had people ask us questions on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, all sorts of different forums. So we've just gathered everything, Facebook and, like I said, text, MSN, or emails, whatsoever. So what we've done is we've gathered all the questions, brought them together.
All platforms. And
yeah, we just brought them from all the different platforms. So we're gonna try and answer each and every question. And everything that's left out, we'll be sure to get back to you if you just ask us again, okay? Because we're here for you. So we're gonna fire away. First question was from Idris. And Idris said, how did you first meet? So, do you want me to take that one?
I remember, but I want you to take it.
Okay.
A woman who said better.
It's really simple.
In my opinion.
So how we met was basically, officially. So we met at a friend's house where we were doing choir practice, because I used to be in the Zambian choir. We used to go around Zambian embassy, different places ministering. But our first official meeting, when I say official, is when I actually got to get his number and he got my number, was at the Zambian embassy. So that's how we first met. Second question is from Poju. Where was your first date? Yeah. First date was in a kebab shop, actually.
Well, I came to your house.
So he
pick
came.
You up.
Yes, he came to visit me. On that particular day when he came, I was babysitting my younger sister, who was at the time 11 going on 12, I believe. So because I was babysitting, so he said, we could go somewhere close by. In that case, we could actually take her with us. So the closest place and one of the best things I wanted to eat at that age as a teenager was kebabs, burgers. So we went to a kebab joint, and yeah, that was our first official date, wasn't it?
Yeah. Number 3.
From Keith.
Keith.
What are your primary foundational morals of raising a large family of children of 6?
Yeah. The moral in raising 6 children is love at the center, teaching them to love all their brothers. But the fundamental part of it is to give attention to each one of them, because they have each different personalities. So we focus a lot on that in order to make sure they all love to the same. We don't love one more than the other or give something more than the other to the other. And that's the basic of it, I think. Yeah,
it is. And making them friends. We try and make our children friends, as in like with each other. That's why I always like the even numbers as well, because they tend to pair up, and it does work. Sometimes they're in 3, sometimes they're in 4 and 2, whichever kind of way. But we teach them that, and we teach them that they're each other's keepers. So that is that when they all go out together, they look out for each other, they take care of each other, they stand up for each other. And they pray together as well. We make sure that they do pray together, regardless of whether we're with them or without them. They should know that they have to be to pray together. and they have their own individual voices, don't they?
Yeah.
In this
we
family,
make sure each one of them has a
young
voice.
or old, you've got a voice.
Has an expression.
That's right.
Which is unique and which is themselves.
Yeah. And the next person is Grace Chokley, who said, "What's the first thing you want to do when all the kids move out?" We can answer that together. What do we want to do?
I find out I have the same answer as you.
That's it, honestly.
Which is travel again.
Yeah.
Taking the plane.
Yeah, because we used to do that quite a lot. Yeah. We always used to go around. Like, we used to open up a newspaper, like, randomly, find a trip, and just say, it's leaving tomorrow, 2 days time. We didn't care. We just book it and go. You know? I haven't had the kids. We haven't been able to do that.
Stop.
Yeah.
Here we're gonna. There.
That's right. Yeah. So we're gonna take on the world, travel everywhere, from North Pole to South Pole.
That's it. So we started by traveling when our relationship started. So we're going to take
back
it
to that. Home. Yeah, that's right. Number 5. Question number 5 is from Bashir. Sorry if I haven't pronounced that properly. Bashir, who said, "Were your parents in agreement with your relationship? What were your parents' reactions when you introduced your boyfriend or your girlfriend to them?" My mom adored this guy, like, from get-go. I spoke to my mom about him. She wanted to meet him. She met him first time and she was just like, "Yep, I like this guy. I like him," you know, kind of thing. On the contrary.
That shocked me.
Yeah, she really did.
She really did. And that really encouraged me, because usually it's not easy for parents to go, yeah. Usually it's, who is this? No, never. It's not happening. On the contrary, my mom.
That's who he's talking about.
Which I can say she had a not too good experience with where my wife is coming from, which is the African continent, with some of them. So she was more like, kept quiet and walk off.
Strongly hesitant.
Strongly
defensive. Strongly anti-me.
Like
here we are.
Is that all you got? Is that all you're bringing for me?
Look at us now, eh?
Rethink again, son. You know? Go and find something I can smile about.
And did you do
or
that?
Or someone. We're actually out, which now is a wonderful relationship. I'm sure.
Yeah, we're best of friends now, yeah. So, and then Michael said to us, he's asking us, what do you think keeps your love for each other going? That's Michael. What do you think keeps your love for each other going?
Well, when I heard that question, I can answer it. The first thing for me is the foundation, where everything started from. Obviously, I know many people today get into a relationship because they love each other, they're attracted towards each other, and so on, and they get together. But I know that for that type of relationship, when we're talking about a man and a woman, both of them has to be educated, knowing what makes relationship work, what doesn't make relationship work. You know, they need to have understanding themselves first before they can try to understand someone else. Because if you don't understand yourself first, how can you understand someone else? But at the same time, once all that is done, you have to grow together and develop your character, develop your differences to make it better. So that's what keeps it going. And we had goals, like we want to get married, we want to have kids. You know,
that's
we
right.
had planning. Right. So that is always something we were looking forward.
We had a vision, basically.
Yeah, we had a vision
perish,
of
right?
where we were going. We had a vision together where we were going. Because sometimes people get together and then down the line, one or the other has another vision which goes that way. And it's like, when I met you, this is not. So I'm going, what's good? And then you can create
that's right.
a situation. But yeah, that's
so,
what I've got to say.
Yeah, well done, man. So Libby Chokley says, what is the secret to a happy marriage? With myself, I think one of the best, topmost secrets that come to me, to mind for me, is actually not keeping secrets. best top secret that I've ever experienced in my marriage, and which we talk about, like I meet with other ladies, and we talk about, you know, these things, and sometimes they look at me and think I might turn out to be like a fool to them, because I'm quite open. Like, I try to share literally everything with my husband, and especially the things which I know that it might hurt them, but in the long run, if they then found out in another way, it will hurt them even more. It might even cause damage to our relationship, to our marriage. So since I met this guy here, that's one thing that we've practiced together. Like,
me guy.
My husband.
We're on live, man. She's still calling me this guy.
Since I met my man, this is one thing that I've always.
I think that sound a bit better.
Oh, sorry,
what would
baby.
you say? Honestly,
sugar, I'll pay you.
If I say, oh, this girl, this
chica, yeah. So yeah, that's one thing. I think top more secret is not to keep secrets. So yeah. Number 8, right? That's Keith. Keith, number 8, who says, how do you deal with stress? How do we deal with stress?
How do we do it when the kids give us stress? I think that's what the question is meaning.
Yeah, I think so too. So firstly, we said we have to recognize that there is stress going on in the first instance, because how do we deal with something if we haven't actually made notice or taken notice of the fact? Yeah, identified it, that's right. So once we do that, I'll speak for myself. When I'm really stressed out around doing things at home and doing all sorts, before the lockdown as well, I've got a very good relationship with my mom. So sometimes I'd actually be released from motherly duties and that, and I would go to my mom's a day or two, just chill out a bit, as opposed to if we can't afford a holiday, like to be taken away, like, you know, long haul kind of thing. So I would go to my mom, you know, just have a nice time with her or my sisters, and then come back to the norm, you know. So that's for me.
For me, I identify that there is the nature of stress, whatever causes it. Obviously, by identifying you are stressful, then you find out where it's coming from. Obviously, in this question here is concerning the kids. It can be from many other area. It can be financial, but here dealing with the kids, we sit the kids down. We express our emotion to them. We express what we are experiencing at the moment, and why it is like that, and how to solve it out. We give goals, plans, details of how we will achieve what we need to achieve in order for resetting the order back. Because usually stress comes when disorder sets in, you know, when things doesn't run accordingly, you know, and it causes you to overwork yourself, where you can come into that place where so that's what I would say.
Good. So and then next question is, let's Ghislaine.
Ghislaine is, how do you work in your together time while making time for all the children individually?
So what did we say? We said I said, from my perspective, from my understanding of the question, again, if I haven't fully understood it, I'm sorry. But from what I understood, togetherness and then children individually. So I'll try and split that into 2 parts. So to try to work with the children individually, what we do is we split we think of the kids from top to bottom. So we say he starts taking them out individually from the top, so from the eldest, and then I start taking them out individually from the bottom, and then we meet in the middle. So by the time we come together, it's like going, you know, swapping over, and we would have covered all the kids. So that's what works for us. And then in order to keep the togetherness, we have always from the time we first got married, Sundays we actually call it as family day. You know, it's our day, like where we do things together as a family. Eat together, cook together, clean together, play together, pray together. We do everything literally together on a Sunday, unless with exception of agreement where one has to do something different. But Sunday is family day. So I hope I I answered all your questions. They're both questions. Number 9, we've got Winfrida, who said, "Are family members or children allocated individual chores or responsibilities which contribute to the running, I believe, smooth running of the household?"
Yeah.
And absolutely yes. What we've done, for instance, with the dishes, my husband had to sit down. There was a way I was doing it prior, but my husband came up with something really interesting, which involved us, the two of us. Prior to that, I arranged so that the kids were doing the chores while we managed the finances and, all sorts of things like tutoring them at home tutoring and all sorts of things. But then I think he then restructured that to involve us. So now, for instance, taking dishes, we have a pattern which runs from Monday to Friday, including ourselves inclusive. Yep. So he does a Monday, then the next child, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm a Friday person. Saturday, what he's then done, which I really like, is that if someone chooses to take up Saturday, then they're rewarded monetary-wise or any kind of prize. They get something to commemorate their good deeds.
Yeah.
So which is good. And then Sunday, as we said, is family day, so we do things together. So that's, definitely that's how we do things there. And
he said there's another
part. That's the second part.
Do you guys find time for date night or couple away time?
That's right. And yes, to that as well, we do. Do you want to answer that?
Depending how we feel, we go to watch a movie, or we watch a movie at home, or we do any other activity at home.
Out, cinema or at home.
But we lock our doors and we warn the kids first, do not come and disturb. Or we might book a hotel out as well. We do this together, a night out in the hotel, come back the next following day. Things like that, or drive wherever, shopping. Yeah, we plan it like that.
That's right. And Sepolemba said to us, have you experienced any cultural clashes? And I think we've expressed the manner in which we've experienced cultural clashes was like at the very start. Not anymore. We don't suffer it at all now. I wouldn't say at all. But when we first started, it's just the fact that, I had a mother-in-law who had a completely different perspective of what Africans were like. Because my husband is originally St.Lucian, been raised in France. And so, the experience that his mom had of Africans was not quite pleasant. And the only two people that my husband actually had relationships with were Caucasian. So, I was the first black person that he ever dated, and African, as a matter of fact. So, it was a different category altogether. So she just wouldn't have it initially. But, with him standing side by side with me and fighting until everything came together, all is well. That's right. Yeah. Okay, next question from Conde. It says, what do you love most about each other? Ooh, this is a saucy one, isn't it? What do we love?
You go first.
What do I love about this?
I would like to know.
My handsome prince, the king. Okay, what I love the most now, honestly, on a serious note, what I really love about my husband is the way he loves me. I mean, I've dated other guys before, prior to meeting my husband, and when I compare the love that I got, I can't compare, if that makes sense. He loves me for real, like Christ loves the church. He loves me unconditionally. He's shown me love like I've never seen before, like I've never known before. And because of the way he's shown me love, I've then grown a love deep inside of me for him as well. Because it's just been beyond me. It's blown me off. And so, yeah, that's the most that I love. I love the way my husband loves me. That's the most.
I would say myself, it's nice to know that it's just the way I am, it's just me. I would say what I love the most about my wife is sexiness.
I'm like, what?
Her sexiness, just her simplicity, just the way she is as I can put it. Just the way
He
she,
called
like
me-
now,
he
just the
called me
way she
like-
smiled, you know, just there's no one that does it like her, so that's what I like.
You really caught me by surprise. Seriously, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Okay.
Elegance, the way she dressed, all the rest. So it's summarizing all sexiness.
Whoa. Okay. How do I continue?
The
from
way she
here?
smells, you know, the you get into the room. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I think we've ended it
Yeah,
well.
I think so
On
too.
all question answered.
Yeah, I really know already because we've managed to answer all the questions. Now this is extremely long. So what we're gonna do, we'll let you know already, is that we're going to have this in 2 parts. We're going to have Q&A part 1 and Q&A part 2. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna split it so you know, and so look out for these 2 videos. So as for now, we share our love, just the 2 of us.
See you soon,
See
guys.
ya.
Love you.